wheel tutorials, wheel tutorials, wheel tutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the basic waltz. While the video is running, I just want to say that it's one of the harder moves to learn, so take your time with it. It could easily take you a couple of months just to get it solid, so don't stress out about it and just have fun, enjoy the learning process. I tried to put together a quick, simple video that made it easy for everybody to get the key points down, and hopefully that'll work for you. If some of the things work, use them, improvise, have fun with them. If some of them don't, just ignore it, and hopefully you'll get at least some positive instruction out of this video. First, we're going to find a good position in the wheel for waltzing. My wheel has 5 lines, so we're going to use that to position ourselves within the wheel. If your wheel doesn't have any lines, you can always add your own. You're going to want to start with one line centered up top, and then place your hands on either side of that line. Next, slide your hands outward, keeping your elbows bent so that your arms are pointing straight out to either side with your forearms pointing straight up. Continue to slide your hands and forearms out, keeping your elbows in position until your forearms are at a 45-degree angle. Next, you want to place your feet just inside of the 2 bottom markings. If I lay my wheel down on the floor, here's where my 2 markings end up. An alternative method of finding these markings is to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, and then step so that your feet move just outside of where your feet were. You would now be in a good position to take a tackle. Then move your feet just outside of where your feet were before, and you should be in a slightly uncomfortably wide stance. But as you can see, it lines up almost perfectly with the 2 lines. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the roll by start. I chose this start because it starts you directly into the waltzing pattern, and it also gives you a good amount of momentum. However, you can use any start you like, and if you have a different start you prefer, feel free to use that one. For this move, you're going to want to start with your legs shoulder width apart. The roll by start is made up of 2 motions, a rolling motion and a twisting motion. When you throw them together, they look like this. When you're doing your roll by, it's very important to make sure that the 2 lines on the bottom of the wheel hit the outsides of your feet. You want the wheel to be perfectly horizontal alongside each of your 2 feet, with the line on the floor touching the side of your foot. Here is a side view. Notice that I don't let the wheel get too far out in front of me. Next, you're going to want to place your left foot on the wheel. You do it when the left line is on the ground. If you've done your roll by correctly, you should be able to place your left foot almost straight down, keeping your body in a good balanced shoulder width position. Now transfer all of your weight onto your left foot, and then push off the ground using your right foot to give yourself a good amount of spin. As you get comfortable with the roll by start, you may find yourself putting your foot on slightly earlier. Some people even put their foot on before they start the roll altogether. Once you've got yourself spinning, just put your right foot on the wheel. Take your time and make sure you get it in the right spot. It's worth noting that it's actually just as easy to learn to ride with 1 foot as it is with 2, because whatever you lose by not having your foot on the wheel is made up for by having an extra foot to balance with. Here's some footage of me just giving myself a good start and riding it out to see how far I can go. With a good powerful start, I can get around 8 full circles before I stop spinning. So you should just keep working on your starts and balance until you can get at least 3 or 4. There are lots of different ways to propel your waltz. I like to call this method the squat and thrust method. A common pitfall is underestimating your squat distance. So to fix this problem, do this simple exercise once. With your arms in position, stand behind your wheel and squat. When you think you've squatted enough, squat even lower until your arms are completely hanging and you feel like you've dislocated your shoulders. Then move your feet out from under you, and your knees should be just a few inches above the bottom of the wheel. That is what I mean by squat. The actual squat for this move is different. Again, we're going to start off the wheel, but this time we're going to rotate the wheel so that our right foot marker is on the floor. While keeping your right heel on the floor for balance, put all your other limbs in position and work on squatting on that right leg. You want to have your hips low down, but also far back. From the side view, you can see that my center of gravity is really low and far behind the wheel. From your squat position, you want to lunge forward, bursting off your right leg to a center position on the wheel where you're almost standing upright. While you're doing this, you also want to pull downward with your left arm and sweep your left leg around and back under you. This will really help force the wheel around to the next step. Here's some footage of me doing it. Remember to take your time with this move and don't force yourself into the position. You don't really have to do it every time you come around. Wait till you get a good balanced squat on your right foot and then go for the thrust. Just one thrust should give you enough momentum to get another 2 or 3 spins, so just wait for a spin that feels right. When you get the movement properly, you'll really feel a boost of energy. If you're not feeling like a really strong boost, your timing is slightly off or something, play around with it, but once you get it, you'll know that you got it. Here's a sequence of me doing everything we covered in this video. While that's playing, I just want to say I hope this video helped somebody out there learn to do a waltz. It was kind of a pain in the butt to make, so press the like button, comment, ask questions. I hope this at least gets one person waltzing, because I did make a video. So yeah, I mean, leave questions, comments, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and enjoy. And hopefully I'll put out some more videos on other tutorials and things, but if you shout out things that you want to see, it's more likely that I'll do them, so comment, comment, comment.